Now let's talk about the individual for a moment and what rights do they have in regards to his or her PHI. Well, individuals have the right to keep their health information private, whether it is stored on paper or electronically. Rights over the use and disclosure of PHI include the following. Individuals are entitled to see or get a copy of medical records that a covered entity keeps. Individuals may not be allowed to see certain parts of the full record, but they have the right to ask. Individuals can request that a covered entity correct any inaccurate PHI. And individuals have the right to submit a written statement of disagreement that must be kept with the record. Covered entities must abide by an individual's request not to disclose PHI with his or her health plan for payment or healthcare operation if he or she is paying for the full service cost to which PHI relates. A covered entity must provide an accounting of all PHI disclosures made for treatment, payment, and healthcare operation during the prior 3 years upon the individual's request. Covered entities must give patients a written notice of privacy practices, otherwise known as an NPP, that state, quote, "This notice describes how medical information about you may be used and disclosed and how you can get access to this information. Please read it carefully," end quote. The Notice of Privacy Practices explains how health information is kept private. It must include the following: that it clearly describes the process on how patients can access their own medical records, describes the process for patients to use in filing complaints, describes what types of uses and disclosures of PHI are permitted, and describes what types of uses and disclosures require authorization. A covered healthcare provider with a direct treatment relationship with individuals must make a good faith effort to obtain written acknowledgement from patients of receipt of the Privacy Practices Notice.